So I'm headed north up the 15, right around Riverside now. And I'm pondering my route to Death Valley. I have two options. I can go through Ridgecrest up the 395, or I can head further up the 15 and go through Baker and hit Death Valley from the south. Before taking off, Frank Alcazar put up some video footage of a little town called Trona, which is an old dilapidated borax mining town that's pretty much abandoned. Kind of scenic though, and cool to look at, and I like those kinds of things. Might go that way, or if I go through Baker, which I did last time, I stand the chance of coming across the Mongol motorcycle gang, which I did last time. And that was exciting. It was me and my trailer amidst a whole herd of Mongols. Very cool, no issues. And I like looking at bikes. So anyway, gonna think about that one.
It has become our ritual, our boys' trip. A tribal gathering of good friends from a time when things were simple and exciting. We are a group of guys with a whole era and upbringing in common, and we are all denizens of the same little dusty Central California agriculture and former military town. We are from a time without cell phones and home computers. We grew up in an era illustrated by album art and comic books.
Heading up the 395. I brought my Yorkie the last time we did this trip. He's a good travel partner, except he got into a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos and then decided to yak all over my lap while I was driving. So this year I figured it was either the Flamin' Hot Cheetos or the Yorkie. Sorry, bud.
Our means of entertainment often came in the form of a stereo system bought mail order from a thick department store catalog, or a 27-inch television console with a plentiful 13 channels of guaranteed free viewing. There were no social forums outside of conversations personally had, or words written on a page, and there was no exchangeable media that couldn't be tangibly held in your hand. It was a time of weekend teenage nights spent at backyard parties or piling into whose ever car ran to waste $20 tanks of gas putting up and down Merced's Main Street, yelling and waving at other like-minded kids putting down the same road in the opposite direction. We took pride in identifying ourselves by the music blaring out of our vehicles, and not so much by pictures we took of ourselves. My kids view my description of the 70s and 80s as kind of uninspired and unsophisticated. I suppose it's hard to understand how one functioned without the technology and culture they've become accustomed to. They couldn't understand. And I suppose no one born in this century without any interest beyond the nostalgia could.
These are going to have really interesting exposures.
I'm going to insert this here.
Don't talk to me about it, Scorsese.
As we sit around a campfire, sipping designer beers and fiddling with our phones, one might not guess that we are really all that different from our kids. Maybe we aren't. After all, we too are quite obviously still growing up, aren't we? We're just a bunch of old teenagers, 4 decades plus, worse for wear. Just a bunch of knuckleheads who regress quickly when in each other's company.
It's Willard.
This is a great time.
And that is the point of this trip. What a pleasure it is to regress to a time without any morning muscle soreness, without any responsibilities and concerns beyond homework and household chores, without a care about who the next president will be or what is currently happening on another continent, and without the pain of watching our own fade away and leave us at an increasing rate every year. We lost a beloved Death Valley participant last year to cancer. Kenny, you will be missed, and we'll be raising a few in your memory as we settle down around the campfire to start going on about how great things are, were, and will always be. Immortality was ours once. And I think we recognize now more than ever how much we took it for granted. Trona. In all honesty, the town wasn't as leveled and dilapidated in its frontage as I had hoped. The videos I had watched had gone in depth and explored the history of this town, destroyed by dwindling jobs and earthquakes. Regrettably, I just didn't have the time. Towing a 25-foot trailer limited my access to areas I would have liked to have checked out, and I had an adventure I was excited about ahead of me. One thing I want to mention about this little dried-up industrial town, though. The building you see here is Trona High School. It is approximately 120 students strong and covers grades 7 through 12. To all of the parents and politicians out there lobbying against kids playing tackle football because it's too dangerous, this is tornado country and they aren't listening. Trona High School cannot afford to have irrigation water pumped in for lavish recreational use, so there is no grass on that football field over there under the lights that you see in the background. Does being a small school deter it from having a competitive 8-man football team affectionately known as the Sandmen? No. Does a school that can't financially cover a grass or turf field prohibit them from playing the game? No. There's something really both amazing and American about that story. I'll be back. By the way, that would be their baseball field on my left.
We've dropped off from the summit. I filmed some footage of some really spectacular views that I hope turn out. We are still on Trona Road. This is actually really beautiful out here. It's only 63 degrees. During the summer, it'd be triple digits easy. Desert. Gotta love it. Furnace Creek, 53 miles. What the fuck did I run into out here?
What's up, brother?
Howdy do? Howdy do?
Howdy.
I don't think I'm gonna get focused this close.
Oh, we better hurry up.
Yeah, I guess getting smashed.
All right, just met these guys out on the road out here. See? Literally on the road out here. See?
Hills have eyes.
Howdy do? There he is.
Howdy
We're not
do.
there yet. We're
See
not
that
there
jet
yet.
come over the
I
road?
did. Did you guys stop and see a bunch of them up there? Is that where it is?
No, this is not. We're not even close to Father Crowley Point.
How you doing there, Brian? Here we are. We've arrived.
Log into that's fine. Play yours. Like last time, there's music that I had to listen to, so very similar.
That's video, remember.
Does video get this?
Yes, it does.
Death Valley 2024. Is Mike Noons at the helm? I'm going to be annoying like this a lot, just letting you know.
I can appreciate it.
All right.
Right now, I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm not really used to this.
Are you
That's
a
all
little
right.
But
uncomfortable?
over time,
You look fantastic,
Are you a little
brother.
uncomfortable?
over time, it's going to be all right because I know you're chronicling this for posterity, and I know that we're here for our brother Kenny. Cheers to Rankin. Cheers to Kenny. Love you, brother. We're here in spirit, and I know this. That's why we're here. So I sort of see your big old diesel pusher over there. I sort of smell your espresso, and love you, brother. So that's what we're here for.
That is what we're here for. Then we have the guy who makes beer. God bless his soul.
Backs it in the growth.
Hey, we got a lot of beer. It'll all be gone by the weekend. And everything, so.
MVP right there.
Hopefully it all fits.
We're set to head to Zabriskie Point. At Zabriskie Point, we are going to check out the sunset over there and watch the colors are so vivid that they will bounce right off of the hills right there, and all the stripes and striations of the beautiful colors will come to life. And so far I haven't heard from Billy Davidson or Chris Stavros.
I'm going to get a
or that
silhouette
camp.
shot.
Okay.
Moving it.
And
that's nice.
I did leave a message for them so that they could actually meet us there, hopefully. And if not, well, we got the four of us going down to Zabriskie, and that's going to happen here in just a few moments. So hang tight with us. We'll be right back.
Zabriskie Point is said to be one of the best spots in Death Valley to see a sunset. At only 15 minutes drive from the central Furnace Creek area of the park, it is a spot that you can quickly get to and enjoy, and has historically been our first stop after settling in. It also looks down on the end of the Golden Canyon Trail, and is especially notable for its massively eroded landscape, which is something pictures just don't do justice. The view has been featured in many pop culture references as well, with the most notable possibly being the Joshua Tree album cover by the band U2. Zabriskie Point was named after Christian Zabriskie, who was the general manager of the Pacific Coast Borax Company, which was huge in Death Valley during the borax mining days that occurred around the turn of the 20th century. After parking in the small lot, you will want to walk uphill to the overlook that was built by the Pacific Coast Borax Company. This overlook has a low wall and a few benches that you can sit and relax at while taking in the view. It is a popular spot during sunset, as the colors dance all over the unique mountains and provide a rich set of orange and red hues. Because of this, you will most likely be with a small crowd if you choose to go at this time. It's worth it though, as the area is relatively big and you can look in most directions for a good view.
Thanks for ruining my show.
I'm sorry. That was the one time you missed. It's still there.
It was perfect.
It was not perfect.
This moment will never
How's
happen
this
again.
picture? Here, take two of the small.
You are ruining a lovely moment.
I'm sorry.
Did he ruin a lovely moment?
Ruined my lovely moment.
That dirty bastard.
First, he hit me. He's disrespected me. He's made fun of me. He hit me.
Oh, Frank.
Waldo's gonna get you.
That's right. I'm bringing out Mr. Waldo. You're no
Is there Waldo or Walrus?
Waldo. I don't give you a good description tomorrow morning. Thank God.
Oh, look what the cat dragged in.
What's up, man? Brother?
Got a breath trying to run up this hill.
You're shaking, Wilmer.
What's happening?
Nothing. Nice to see you.
Cool.
Hi. I'm Mike. Thomas.
Jeff.
Nice to meet you. Brian.
Thomas.
Hey, brother, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Mike, how are you? I'm good, Craig. How are you?
Good.
So nice to see you. How's the trip?
Good.
Yeah?
Too bad.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, brother?
Living in the bright days. Living in the bright days. Bright days.
No drones. Everything out here is restricted airspace, Mikey.
For those looking for a bit of excitement, the Mesquite Flat sand dunes offer a chance to sandboard, as well as take in a classic desert environment of rolling waves of sand that are in a state of constant change. We didn't venture out to the big dunes on this trip, but we've witnessed them during previous adventures, and they are both impressive and challenging. It's a bit of a hike to get to them, though, and will require a 1-mile trudge through the soft sand. We have made a hobby of experimenting with different board designs. Brian brought out a modified snowboard this year, and it proved a lot more effective than the Boogie Surf foam boards that we've tried in the past. The perfect design is definitely forthcoming. Located in the Stovepipe Wells area of the park, Mosaic Canyon is a popular 3.5-mile out-and-back hike through a natural crevice formed by faults. Gouged by centuries of grit-laden flash floods that have rushed down from the mountains beyond, the marble walls of the canyon have been scoured and polished, exposing brilliant colors and textures. There are also mosaic patches of naturally cemented rock fragments, called mosaic breccia, that give the canyon its namesake. Considered a natural geologic museum, it's worth the moderate hike, and is close to stores and camping.
Hi, how you doing? Good.
Badwater Basin is the lowest point in North America, with an elevation of 282 feet below sea level. This is an amazing sight to see that shouldn't be missed. Typically, the basin is a salt flat that extends 200 square miles. The basin was once the location of Lake Manly, a body of water with no outlet that evaporated tens of thousands of years ago. Its lack of an outlet led to the accumulation of concentrated salt deposits when it dried up, and resulted in an almost prehistoric-looking environment that we have always enjoyed in visits past. The storms of 2023, however, blessed this year's visit with an uncommon occurrence. Lake Manly has returned, and at its largest was 7 miles long, 4 miles wide, and yet only 24 inches deep at its deepest depth. Our group had never seen this in previous visits, and it was an amazing experience to watch people walk out into a miles-wide lake that was only a few inches deep.
What do you think, Mikey?
I'm loving this, man. This is guys walking all the way across and shit. Beautiful. God's creation, man. Beautiful, beautiful. It's crazy the amount of people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Walking on water was a visual reality and an amazing opportunity to photograph. The water's reflection of the adjacent mountains was enchanting, and everyone found something interesting.
January 2024, Death Valley, California. Here we are. Never, in our days anyways, had seen Badwater Basin like this. Flooded from one end to the other with about 6 inches to a foot of water. Amazing.
We try and do this trip every year, but it usually actually happens every 2 or 3.
Low light footage, which is always a challenge.
Very grainy.
The group changes a bit each trip due to personal responsibilities and things out of our control, but it's always fellas from that great 80s Atwater High School upbringing that attend. Life doesn't always allow definite plans to be made a year in advance.
38, 30.
Again with the close-up.
30.
Sorry. He'll be back on music.
So when things don't work out, everyone knows there's always next time.
Hello.
There he is, Principal Craig. What's up, boss?
The last weekend of January of each year.
Great time.
Awesome.
It holds a place in our minds and also conveniently occupies a comfortable, burden-free calendar spot between the holiday season in our rearview mirrors and tax time in our headlights.
Oh, yeah.
Why Death Valley? It's actually a quiet, peaceful meeting place in the middle of absolutely nowhere that is perfect for reuniting old friends.
He's got pulled pork in his teeth.
Its mild winter climate is great for overeating amazing food and kicking back a few around a roaring fire.
I sat there trying to drive, and sometimes my head would be back a little bit. And no-line bifocals just didn't work for me. I didn't enjoy them.
To the camera frame.
Didn't enjoy them at all. Couldn't get used to them.
And for laughing and retelling old stories that have been told 100 times before to an audience that always laughs like it's the first time they've ever heard them. Upon first glance, Death Valley National Park might not sound appealing, but in January it is quite beautiful. It is cool and temperate, and the days are bright, sunny, and conducive to exploring the natural wonders of the park, of which there are many. The first trip was organized by guys who still resided in Merced County and folks that migrated to Southern California. We wanted to organize a camping trip in a location convenient to both at a campground that could be reserved without too much hassle. Death Valley fit the bill. Reverting back to the previous description of the aforementioned old teenagers, the park's name might have carried a bit of weight as well. We were kids raised on heavy metal and hard rock music. Our friendships shared that common thread and still do.
Here we are, coming into focus.
At 57 years old, it's a little embarrassing to say that Death Valley just sounds like a cool place to camp.
There he is.
But it
It's
does.
about 10 minutes to 7 on Sunday morning, and we are waiting for the bell to go off so that we can start the generators. Right? And when the generators start, we can get the coffee cranking.
This is from the heart. This is what it's all about, man.
Apparently it doesn't want to listen. Sorry, I did not do that.
That's all right. It's all good. Life is good. We have a wonderful editor who's running the camera. He'll get all this fucking shit picked up.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, hang on here. You know, let me turn this off. You're on.
This is what it's all about. Brotherhood, love. I die for these guys, and that's the bottom line, man. When you get together after all the years of all of us being together, it's a wonderful thing, man. People in life don't get chances. We've lost a lot of friends. One just recently with Kenny. We miss you so much, brother. But this is what it's about. Cherish those fucking moments. Cherish the moments that mean everything to you, because you know what? In the blink of an eye, it can be gone. You got an opportunity to rekindle with people that you haven't seen for years. Do it, because my life is so much more fucking enriched with these guys because of the fact that they brought me back in. We love each other. We do anything for each other, and everything that we do together will be a memory that when I'm on the fucking deathbed, I'm going to remember, and it's going to make me feel better when I get ready to meet my maker. So make it happen, because this is what life is about. Love you all. Kenny, we'll see you soon, brother. Love you, man.
It's absolutely wonderful.
Well, that's a wrap. Death Valley 2024 in the books. I am a little tired. I could use a good shower. Had an amazing weekend with some really great guys. I want to thank them for their company. I want to thank in particular Mike Nunes for cooking for us all weekend. It was red meat and potatoes and sausages, eggs, all the good things in life, all prepared by a professional. Thanks, brother. I am currently headed south on the 127 towards Baker. There is nothing out here but sand and desolation and a bit of reflection. It's perfect. Should be rolling into Baker in about an hour and a half or so. Hopefully come across a couple of guys on bikes.